Hello and welcome back to the golden age of DC Comics, 365 days, where I'm using this well-loved, well-respected coffee table book of mine that I've had for about 2 decades now. It's served every coffee table I've had in that time, given to me by one of my best friends. And it's been the source of many conversations, and it's a great window into the past and to find out more and more about one of my biggest loves. It's comic books. And today, this is a treat for me because it's about one of my all-time favorite comic book characters. And let's get to it. And just to let you know that the golden age of DC Comics was from 1938 until 1955. The Silver Age begins in 1956 and goes until 1970. The Bronze Age is from 1970 to 1985. And I look forward to learning more about the ages of comic books, such as what age are we in now and what age did we just leave? Was that from 85 to 2000? Leave a comment in the comment section. I'd like to know what you think. But let's get to it. Today is March the 26th. And this is one of my favorite characters. Originally from Fawcett Comics and the Shazam comic books of Captain Marvel. We are being introduced to Mary Marvel. Mary Marvel. I love Mary Marvel. I really do. In this non-delusional parasocial relationship we have with comic book characters and fictional characters, and even each other on the internet as well, over our social medias and our YouTube fellowships. These are non-delusional. These are parasocial. And they are relationships. And these people matter. These people are fictional. And there are real people out there as well. But the relationship matters, and your connection to them and to their fate, to their choices, to their happinesses and their sadnesses. And that's like what really drives fiction, besides story, is character. Yeah. So this is from March 26th. Today is March 26th, sorry. But this is from Captain Marvel Adventures number 18 from December of 1942. Story by Otto Binder, art by Mark Swayze. Here's the blurb. The writers had to work pretty hard to find 6 female deities who could provide the acronym for Shazam that would enable Mary Batson to turn into Mary Marvel, the female equivalent of Captain Marvel Jr. She was entitled by blood, being the long-lost sister of Billy Batson, the alter ego of Captain Marvel. The 3 costume characters were called the Marvel family, even though Freddie Freeman's Captain Marvel Jr. was no relative. And they eventually got their own comic book. Writer Otto Binder credits an editorial board upstairs for requesting both Mary and the Marvel family, but he was largely responsible for bringing them to life. Years later, Binder helped usher in characters like Supergirl for DC. Captain Marvel looks a little chunky here, but we all must make way for youth. So let's look at this again. And when Mary Batson says Shazam, she is given the grace of Selena, the goddess of the moon. She's given the strength of Hippolyta, the queen of the Amazons. And remember, this is not to be confused with Hippolyta, queen of the Amazons, over on Wonder Woman, because Wonder Woman is literally in a different publishing company. This is Fawcett Comics at the time, which will be later on bought out by DC Comics. At the time, Captain Marvel was Superman's big competition, and Fawcett Comics had their market share. And so we have the skill of Ariande, the spirit of skill, the fleetness of Zephyrus, the spirit of the west wind, the beauty of Aurora, the goddess of the dawn, also known as Greek Eos, E-O-S. My initials, Eric O'Sullivan, and I have morning spirit, so much so that I get up at 3:30 in the morning and I'm at work by 6. So I love the whole mythology connection of Eos to Eric O'Sullivan. And we also have wisdom, Minerva, the goddess of wisdom. And that is Mary Batson's magic word for Shazam. So when she says Shazam, she gets the power of Captain Marvel. When Shazam says Shazam, it's for the wisdom of Solomon, for the strength of Hercules, the stamina of Atlas, the power of Zeus, and the courage of Achilles, and the speed of Mercury. I'm pretty sure that the Captain Marvel Jr., Freddie Freeman, says Captain Marvel, and that's his his magic word isn't Shazam, it's Captain Marvel. But that I have to look that up to find out. That's when we focus on Captain Marvel Jr. in the future. And you can see Captain Marvel Jr. here. He's in blue with a red cape. And he's kept his, childlike stature and age, as opposed to his best friend, Billy Batson, who transforms into Earth's mightiest mortal, growing from a child into this adult version of a superhero here. And this was in the age of kid sidekicks, and it was a great conceit, brings everyone in on the fun. And I had the biggest crush on Mary Marvel. I thought she was wholesome and awesome and cute and powerful and strong, and she pretty much reminded me of all the women of my family. So much so that I got one of these. I found this on sale. This is a Kotobukiya Bushoujo. Shoujo is a Japanese word for girl. And this is Mary Marvel, done in the anime kind of style. And if you like anime, I love anime. I think this is a very awesome way to commemorate my fandom for Captain Marvel, Shazam, the old 70s TV show, bringing Captain Marvel into the DCU. I was a big fan of Captain Marvel and Justice League International. And when they brought Mary Marvel in as his replacement later on in its continuation, I love how Jerry Ordway gave her the all white costume. I thought that was a great touch. I love what Grant Morrison did by having Desaad infect Mary Marvel and turned her into a goth emo from a BDSM leather club. And it was so opposite of what Mary was, but it gave her this experience of living a wild life. I love Mary's character. And and she's just one of my favorite all-time superhero characters. Yes, strong women in the 1940s. So once again, let's just end it with just admiring the art. It's just a panel introducing Mary Marvel. And it's the power of fiction and the power of our superheroes to not only give us power fantasies, but to enjoy the power with everyone else and share the power. And so thank you so much for tuning in. It's been the golden age of DC Comics, 365 days. We're going to talk about comic books every day for the rest of the year. So you tune in tomorrow at 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern and find out what we got on tap then. Until then, like and subscribe if you could be so kind. I would love to earn your subscription. I make positive content. I make cooking videos. I'm a professional chef. I make spirituality content. I'm an ordained minister, an amateur theologian, and we talk about comic books every day and pop culture too. So tune in. I would love to be part of your YouTube day. Thank you so very much. God bless. Be kind to each other, and namaste. Good luck.